What do you do if your partner refuses to be a better version of himself? Dr. Femi, please.
What do you do if your partner refuses to be a better version of himself? I believe that the way God has created and fashioned us, that we are not stagnant, we are not fixed. We're always growing and evolving. So nobody is in a state of stagnation. We're all energy. Everything is moving. So if you are not growing, you are deteriorating. So you are not stuck in one place. So I believe the person is just not growing in a positive way, they're just declining. But what can you do? When it comes to men, you want to motivate a man, you want to encourage a man to be a better version of himself. One of the mistakes that I see women do is that you talk down on him. When you talk down on a man, he remains down. If you speak to elevate his kingship, it remains a king and it stays up. We have to be mindful on how we use our words. And I think one of the ways we normally do it is we find somebody else who would like our husbands to be. And then we start to compare our husbands to that individual. Well, you know, John just got a good job. How come you don't have a good job like that? You just always home sitting around. And he says, I've been applying for jobs. How many jobs did you apply to today? Well, you know, Kunle just bought a house. We are still in this apartment. What are you doing? You see, while you are trying to encourage him, he doesn't see it as that. He sees it as you actually prefer to be with Kunle or somebody else that you are comparing me to. That's how his mind works. So it now begins to resent you and sometimes even distance himself from those people that you are comparing him to. So you got to be mindful on how you shift, how to encourage a man, not to compare him. Speak to him that, you know, I believe you're a strong man. I believe you're a leader. I believe you are a king. As a matter of fact, you've done X, Y, and Z before. So I know this thing to become a better version of you, it's doable. Elevate him. Encourage him in a positive way, not in a negative way. And by doing that, I believe you'll see a change. And just lastly, also men learn by visuals. So they need to have positive role models in their environment. When you see a lot of men doing the same thing, it's because the people around them are doing the same thing. So you got to make sure that the environment that he's in, the people around him, are good, positive influence on him. And that, if you can control that or help in that, it will be a better version of himself.
Wow, what a wonderful answer.